Hi, welcome to How to Repair. In this video series I'm going to be going through the top 10 faults on single ovens and cookers. We're going to go through how to diagnose the problem on your cooker, how to rectify the problem, and also to get you to the relevant parts that you need for your cooker and associated videos to help you fit the components to your cooker correctly. You will be able to identify the part for your cooker. You will need the full model number. This can normally be found around the cooker door frame. Sometimes they wear off. Sometimes you may need to take the cooker out of its housing in the kitchen, and the number will either be on the side of the cooker or on the rear of the cooker. Make sure you get the correct model number to be able to identify the part correctly. I will be uploading these over the course of the next few weeks. They will also have links in the description below and also on the cards above to all the relevant videos and components. Do make sure that you subscribe to the channel and also click the bell icon. This will give you notification to when a new video is being uploaded, and also other programs that are coming during the course of this winter with regards live streaming questions and answers to help you rectify the problems on your appliances. Fault number 2. If you've had an electricity fault in the house, or the electricity has gone off to the neighbourhood and the electricity has now come back on, but your cooker will not function correctly, you may have a problem with the timer. This is only one example. Your oven may have had a power cut and the timer may automatically go to the factory default settings. Now I've actually turned the oven off here and on. You can hear the relay clicking to come on, but there is no red light. This is because the timer is in time mode, and this means that the oven will not come on. If I reset the timer, you can now see that the little red light comes on. Now this is not a problem, this just means that you need to reset the timer to the manual setting. In other words, you will need to set the time on the timer and then set it to the manual function. I can't go into this in depth in this video because there are so many variations of timer. What I will tell you to do is find the manual or download the manual for your cooker, make sure you set the time correctly, set it to manual, and you should have the oven functioning correctly. But I will briefly go into the evolution of the timer. In the early days you'd have a mechanical timer. Now the mechanical timer would have an on position, an off position, and a timing sequence. So if I connect my multimeter up to this, okay, so we've now set it to continuity. If I turn it to the on position, it now allows electricity to go through to the oven. In the off position, no electricity will be going through to the oven, and in the time sequence it will allow electricity to go through to the oven for a period of time. These are very basic, they do go wrong quite often, believe it or not, and they're still used today. On a single oven you may have a timer which is a standard clock, which you're all familiar with, and this will allow you to cook for a period of time by setting the time and then programming it to cook for 2-3 hours. These on a single oven will normally only have one relay which only controls the main oven. On a double oven you still may only have a single relay and it would be responsible for the main oven. But on some modern cookers you will end up with a dual relay which controls the top oven and the bottom oven. Now, as I was saying in another part of the video, Cookers have got a lot more complicated for no reason, and now the manufacturers put in no thermostats. It's all controlled with electronic PCBs. This is the display board, which is your display clock, and as you can see there are no relays. The thermostats are just electronic circuit boards that go to NTC sensors via the main control board. Now the main control board now has multiple relays on the board, which one relay will be responsible for the fan oven, another relay will be responsible for the grill, another relay will be responsible for the top oven, and so on. And of course you've got a buzzer for your alarm clock and everything. Far too complicated in modern ovens. I always advise customers to always keep ovens mechanical for the simple reason they last a lot longer, and if they do go wrong they're a lot cheaper to repair. Some of these circuit boards can be up to £200–300 for a cooker, where an old thermostatic system would only be £20–30. I hope that answers your questions with regards how the timers work and how to rectify the problem when the power goes off in your house and the cooker is not set correctly. So just remember, download the manual. You can find other videos at the website with regards cooker timers and relays. In the previous video you learnt about why your oven was not powering up. In the next video we'll be discussing why the oven is not heating correctly or not cooking evenly.